Tarek, help me. What the heck happened? What did I watch? I'm talking about Secret Invasion,
I'm
bro.
assuming you're talking about Secret Invasion.
I am.
I feel like we watched Samuel Jackson age before our eyes.
What happened? Oh my God. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Geek Culture Congress calling to session. We got serious things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. MC, DC, Star Wars. I watched Witcher, man. Did you watch Witcher?
No.
No? It was pretty good, man. We'll talk about it. We're good.
I watched the first season and like part of the second, and I'm out.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I'm out.
It's not for everybody. Yeah. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. Let's talk about it. Be a part of the conversation. Be part of the Congress. Comments below. Shouts out to everyone watching this on wherever you're watching this. Facebook. I don't know what the heck I put on here. Twitch. Got Twitch on here. We got the Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Of course.
Of course. And we want to hear from you, ladies and gentlemen. What did you think about the finale of Secret Invasion? Tarek, help me out, man. Did it like fall out of bed? Like I liked it until like the episode before the last one, and I get it was like a bridge episode, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
help me out. I don't know what happened.
It's a case of not sticking the landing.
Hey, there you go. Well, yeah.
It's just you didn't stick the landing.
Yeah.
That I don't know what that was. I don't know why it was the way it was. It was not the look. Not the look for a show that I was getting excited about.
Yeah.
I would say the episodes kind of like, like you ever been on She-Ra and the first drop is like the big thing?
Yeah.
And the rest of this is just regular. This is just Scorpion. Yeah.
Just hurry up.
Yeah, let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not better than Kumba. Like this is Captain America Civil War is like Kumba. This shit's like She-Ra. It's like this big, I don't know.
I have to say that this is that probably Thor the Dark World is probably more entertaining than the last episode of the last two episodes of Secret Invasion.
At least it meant something.
Yeah?
Yeah. At least it meant something.
What do you mean? Or at least it did something, you mean? Or it meant something?
It meant something. Yeah. Like this Thor the Dark World meant something in the end.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion may mean something in the end, but it like led up to a bunch of stuff. It was just a big disappointment. It was like a big let up for me, like a big disappointment. Yeah. Yeah. It was one of those, dude. It was the ick. It was the ick.
Yeah.
At least Miss Marvel. At least I had no expectations.
Right, and it was actually pretty fun. The ending, give or take, people,
Oh no, the ending of Miss Marvel was trash too. But
but
at least Secret Invasion led me up. You know what I mean? It's almost like, it must have been what Eric Benet felt like when he dated Halle Berry. He was like, "Yo, this is not what I thought. I'm gonna go do something else." You're like, "Yo, no, don't do that. You got Halle Berry." He's like, "Nah, that's not what you guys think." So I was disappointed. I mean, I have. The Super Skrull thing, if they don't have the Avengers powers or the Fantastic Four's powers, the Super Skrull is not interesting to me. It's only interesting to me because he has, or the Fantastic Four powers, both two Super Skrulls, and that fight could have been a lot better, and it wasn't. The intrigue between, Nick and his wife.
Quick pause, a spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. You already realize you're here. We spoil stuff, okay? All right.
Yeah, let's be clear. Let's be honest. You're not watching this show.
You're not watching the show if you don't like to get spoiled, okay? All right, relax.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but this is your warning. All right, there we go. Continue.
Yeah. So I'm not going to spoil too much, but it's just screw them people. It just didn't land. It didn't land, and it didn't tease enough at the end, for not for the bigger universe, but even for if they were going to do another season,
Yeah.
there's no reason I want to see another season of this.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't give the Skrulls enough vibe and energy to see that they even had an empire.
Right.
It didn't give them that. It just landed flat.
Shout out to Music City Soul. Thank you for checking in, my brother. His only complaint is that it wasn't long enough. And I saw the length. I guess they released the length on Google, whatever. And I saw the length of the episode, and I was like, oh man, that's not enough time.
Yeah, that should be like probably another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, would have given us a little more you know.
I would have taken anything at this point. I mean, so my hot take, and I'm sure Joey is like completely. And our conversations, well, I don't want to speak for the man too much, but I know he didn't like the finale at all either.
Mm-hmm.
My issue is that I think that it was rushed. Like, like we need to like finish this guy off. You know what I mean? Like the dialogue that the fake Nick Fury was doing, like at the end, it didn't have no gravitas. You know what I mean? No character development because it wasn't even Nick Fury. It was this. I forgot the character's name now.
I can't think of her name either. Amelia Clark was the actress.
Amelia Clark was the actress, but anyway, all the exposition, which I thought was kind of interesting, didn't mean anything because it was not even Nick Fury, like he was talking about like
Gia. Gia was the character.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just very odd choices, right?
Yes,
very odd story making choices at the end. I kind of like the reconciliation with the alien wife, and I didn't mind that. I thought it was cute. But then even Nick Fury's like, he came down, he fixed his best friend got killed. Not much emotion from him about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like very odd. Very odd. I don't know. I just can't put my finger on it. Just a lot of odd like story beat choices.
I don't know what the game plan was. Like it's Secret Invasion is a big deal in the Marvel comic book continuity.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong.
So I was very confused with the choice.
Like I'm like in a world now that we live in that we can say we had, but ladies, when Secret Invasion came out in the comic books, and if you would have told me, if the guy across the aisle in the comic book told me, oh yeah, they're gonna make a TV show based on this comic book, I would have looked at them like they was crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the time now that we live in now. It's amazing that we even got, what we got. You know what I mean? Now that being
said, but we had Miss Marvel and we had Loki.
a lot of stuff.
We had WandaVision, which these aren't things from the comic book. Well, we got big things. We got White Vision. You know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of things that if you would have told me, oh yeah, that thing that happens in this comic book is going to be in a TV or a movie, a Hollywood movie, I would have been like, nah, they're never going to do that. You know what I mean? It's amazing that we've gotten so far, and Marvel gotten so far.
Yeah, I'm not giving Secret Invasion a pass for what they built before.
No, absolutely not.
Because you wouldn't go back and look at an old film and say, well, look where they went because of that film. You judge it off that. For all the shit we give the X-Men movies, most of them were good, with the exception of Last Stand. Most of them were decent. These shits that Marvel has put out recently,
Apocalypse one was.
That still was better than watching Secret Invasion to me.
Yeah, I guess.
it still had a better ending and more intriguing, Again, listen, I'm not coming down on any of these actors or writers. Right. I don't know where they're headed. A friend of mine posted, it said they should have ended with Endgame and took like 2-3 years off, which I agree.
Yeah, maybe they should have.
Now, granted, we got Spider-Man No Way Home, which was a very
right. It was good.
from that. But it just didn't hit, man. And then Bob Iger is talking about like we overexpanded on this universe and doing too many projects.
Bro, I think that last episode is sitting at 8% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. 8%. Let's see.
That's awful.
Rotten Tomatoes. Where are you?
Let's see who can type it in
If you
faster.
can beat me for the second show. Accepted.
Secret Invasion is at 50. Oof. It's at 55%
for like the whole
for both audience and the tomato meter.
But that's for the whole show, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think like that specific episode though.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Specific episode is like sitting at an 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very bad. Very bad. I mean, looking at a business perspective, you're Disney and you sit back at that and you look at that rating and you say, you know what? I don't think our clientele like the show. You know what I mean? Like, what did we do wrong? Like, did they even sit back and sit and think about that? Like, dang, man, we our audience didn't like this show.
I think the issue is that they're looking at numbers coming in and not consumer mindset.
Right.
They're looking at like, oh, we got these numbers. Well, yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Right.
I'm going to watch it, but I may not be happy with it, and it may not watch the next thing.
Right.
So if you started Secret Invasion, you're going to finish it.
Right. Exactly.
Like you're not going to not finish that. You're going to finish that show. It doesn't mean that you liked it because you got the viewers. Right. And I think that's what the problem is. Is that like they're getting viewership, but it's declining over a period of time, but they don't care.
Do you think that like this is like brand damage? Like Marvel and DC now, they're going through this brand damage right now. Do you think that Marvel's getting a symptom of that? Like people are just like,
I think we're at that point where there should be a concern. Because it has not been dependable.
Right.
And there's projects coming up that I don't know are as exciting. As big as Captain Marvel is, she only has one film and some appearances in Endgame, and we haven't grown with this character. And now we're getting her team with two other heroes who we haven't grown with. And then you have Loki, who we grew with and who supposedly died and had a great death, and now they're bringing him back.
Right. Well,
and I'm sure we'll talk about, but it doesn't bode well. You have Thor still. It doesn't seem like there's going to be another Hulk movie.
Maybe. We'll see.
Doesn't seem like there's going to be another Iron Man movie. You may get Ironheart, but is Ironheart bigger than Iron Man?
We're going to get the Ironheart show. And then we're going to get Armor Wars, which was going to be a show, is actually going to be theatrical now.
Yeah.
And then
there's a lot that they built that's gone now, and I don't think they took enough time to build the other things. Inhumans crashed, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. crashed, Hawkeye, Echo doesn't seem like it's going to be big.
Had his thing.
No, you were the only motherfucker watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Stop making it seem like, no, it had its moments. No,
I like it.
Didn't. You and Mikey Sutton were the only one watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I like it. It was all right. It was good. It has some redeeming qualities. And it does have a lot. It does have a lot of seasons. And it's a TV show from another time. Because it's talking about, this is network TV we're talking about, Definitely designed for network TV, this show. So it's different. It's a different animal. But let's talk about the actual finale, because I guess there was some implications into the Marvel MCU story going forward, right? Because Rhodey was a Skrull, right? And he was recovered, but he was recovered in his hospital gown. So, like, theories are wild on everywhere right now. YouTube theories are wild right now, talking about he got the switcheroo at the end of Civil War. But if you look at like the movies going forward, the character and him walking around with the iron the
The
legs
legs. Yeah.
doesn't match up, with that happening yet. And I said, well, he could have been in the hospital getting something else, another hospital stay. We don't know yet.
Yeah. He did battle Thanos' armies, a second time, and he was there with. He could have been there for anything.
That's true.
And which made it convenient for them to do the switch, which I'm sure we'll see in Armor Wars. I don't think he got switched during Civil War.
I don't think so either. That'll be a lot.
It would take away from the levity of like him talking to Tony.
And I think
it would take away from like him telling Nebula like I wasn't always like this,
right.
Which that can be taken both ways. Like me neither. Some of the quips he made during Endgame and Infinity War, it just takes away from a lot of that. If he was a Skrull after Civil War, like a lot of that gets diminished. That's a choice they can make. I don't see why you would make that choice.
I don't think they're going to do that, and I think a lot of fans will riot if they did that. Like I think a lot of fans will call foul if they did something like that.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I'm not a fan of that at all. But
I also believe that in the show that they say that the Skrulls took blood samples from the Avengers from that war, from that battle,
the
Endgame. Yeah. So why would they? Where did they get the ability to take? Nick Fury's gone too. Yeah, remember. Right. I don't know where Nick Fury flashed back to when they flashed everybody back. Yeah, I imagine on that street, but like he wasn't there in that battle. That's what dawned on me. I was like, Nick Fury wasn't there in that battle.
Sure wasn't.
They didn't bring him in. So anyway, why would they go before that, and get him when Thanos has snapped away half the universe? Doesn't seem like the time to go duplicate. I don't know.
And I think the plot when it really starts to thicken when they realize that Nick Fury came back and he went back up instead of helping them find the planet. He went back up to that spaceship and started working on the project. Right. And I think that's when the whole plot started.
That's when they kick in that thing. Yeah. It doesn't make sense for them to do that. Yeah.
The whole plot to, nuke the whole, have just take over the whole world for the Skrulls. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see what happens, though.
But they got into this whole thing about the Kree Empire wants to have a peace negotiation at the end. And I was like, why? You beating the shit out of them. Unless we don't know something about the Kree Empire. You know what I mean?
That's possible.
And I guess in this universe, they've had everyone snapped away and brought back. But the Thanos is already, they're 5 years in the future. So Thanos has already probably decimated the Kree. I don't know. Why are they making these negotiations?
I don't know. We'll see. That probably has to do with something we're going to see in the Marvels. We're going to get a lot of Kree and Captain Marvel and all that stuff in that. So we'll see what happens with that. But a positive note, a ray of sunshine just in time, right? Just in time for the, when all the YouTube shows are talking about the finale and what happened and the rhetoric online is looking bleak for MCU. They come with the Loki season 2 trailer, and I don't know. I kind of like it. But then again, I say the same thing about Secret Invasion. So,
Yeah, no, you're always wrong. I think you've been wrong. I think you've been right like once or twice.
That's quite possible. I'm wrong again. But I mean, for what I've seen, it seems like it's going to be as good as the first season so far.
I wasn't crazy about the first season like everybody else was. I'm not a big fan of timeline multiple parallel universes in this Earth. 616 Loki. I'm not a big fan of that because I think it's in comic books, it's fine, but it's kind of a cop-out to develop a character without, a different angle on a character without changing them too vehemently. And, listen, in DC they got Mon-El and Kara Zor-El and Zor-El and there's all these other there's other Kryptonians now because they're from parallel universes. This didn't happen and they live here now. Bullshit. Just develop your characters. You can always add new ones, but that's neither here nor there. The Loki trailer does not have me excited.
You're not excited about it? I'm not super excited. I mean, I want to see it. I think it looks like it's going to continue the story, of the first season. I enjoyed the first season, so I'm here for it.
That's a weird compliment to give. It looks like it's going to continue the story. It looks like part 2 is going to continue the story of the first one. It looks like there's going to be acting in it and comic book characters and Loki. I get a good strong feeling there's Loki.
I like the first season, and I think they're going to continue with that same delivery in the second season. We'll see.
The first season wasn't bad. It seemed like it should end there, and then we should get movies.
I agree.
Which we got with Quantumania, and I was like, it should just be. I almost don't want to see Kang again.
Yeah.
Until you start doing the movies. Now in this trailer, they only give us the magician.
Timely Kang. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Which may be cool, and I'm glad. I was very surprised, and I'm glad that they showed Jonathan Majors. It's almost kind of like a breath of fresh air. Like, okay, they're not going to get rid of him,
right?
Because they showed him. But yeah, that trailer did not intrigue me highly, I will say.
Interesting. Well, let's see, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check it out, by all means, go. I won't put it up on the live stream because I don't want to. We don't need to break it down. But it's worth your time. Okay, there you go.
That lets me know how you really feel about it. You don't want to break it down. There's nothing to break down in that.
You know what? I'm so disappointed by the finale of Secret Invasion. Kind of. You know what? My wife liked it. Yeah, she
really
did. So why do you like it? Oh, yeah, I like that. She got the powers and all that stuff, and I was just like, okay. But I said, don't you think it was kind of convenient? Like they kind of just wrapped it up in a bow, and finish it off. I was like, yeah, but I liked it. I don't know. Could I be wrong? Because just maybe females like it more than males. I don't know.
I don't know. They gotta stop. They have to stop referencing the Avengers until there's an Avengers again. There's no reason for us to believe that there's going to be an Avengers, and whatever Avengers they assemble will not be the Avengers we know and love from the comic books. So stop saying that.
It's true.
Stop saying that. So, yeah, I'm at the Loki trailer seems decent. It didn't excite me. I'm not excited, and it's not until October. I believe it was October was when it was coming out.
Oh my god!
I don't think Loki is coming out until October. Let me double check that. I might be wrong. Loki season 2.
I want to put in my memoir when I finally die. I'm like, I was able to see everything that was Marvel and DC before I died.
October 6th, dude. October 6th is when Loki comes out.
Oh man, so much life to live between then.
Yeah, I'm going to Europe in between then. I do like that Ki Hu Kwan, who was from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and of course Indiana Jones. And
he was showcased in this trailer big time.
Yeah, he gets showcased, and I do like that. That's exciting to see what his character is going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But listen, it's a teaser trailer. It's a teaser. It's not to October. Who knows what the details are going to be? I don't remember what happened in the first season. Put it that way.
Dang.
I remember what happened at the end, but not really.
The guy at the end, the Kang at the end that was controlling the sacred timeline, and when he killed him, the timeline went out of control.
Yeah, I remember them going into the room, and then the timeline got reset, and the girl was gone, and the other Loki.
There you go. That's his name.
Yeah, and they were in the room where it was a statue of Kang.
Well, I remember when Loki went back, and everything was messed up.
Yeah, very. People don't want to admit this, but it's very much the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes film where he goes back and it's like, oh no, the ape guy is still winning. It's bullshit, which I don't like the reference to that.
Well, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Check out the Loki season 2 trailer. It's up on YouTube right now. Let's see what else we're gonna talk about today. Are you gonna check out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem sometime in your life?
I am. Yeah. I am gonna watch
sitting
this.
on a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh. I am very much gonna watch it. Like I am. It's almost like one of those things like, yo, I've dedicated enough part of my life to Ninja Turtles that I'm not going to avoid. Although I haven't watched all the television shows. Let me be clear. Like the one on Nickelodeon, I didn't watch, but I'm going to check this one out.
Okay, it's 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and man, I saw it. I in my preview or my review, my spoiler-free reviews up on the audio version of the podcast. You guys want to check that out?
You did see it.
I did see it. My son saw it, and my son saw it. My son is back here playing PlayStation. Did you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? It was good? Was it all right, good? Or was it slaps? It's a kid movie. There you go. All right. Well, I mean, it's made by Nickelodeon, so. And I even said that it's got a lot of Nickelodeon humor in it. A lot of, kind of.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I didn't watch the Nickelodeon show, so I can't speak to that show. It seemed like it was animated in the same.
Oh, the animation's really, really great, man. Like it's just got that moody, dark, New York City, grimy. It looks like a moving graphic novel. The animation I really enjoyed. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. When it came out this past weekend, right?
Wednesday is its official day.
Wednesday's the official day. Okay,
Wednesday's the official day. But I'm pretty sure if you're enterprising enough, you could find a screener or something. You know, because they want to bring their kids to the movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to see it, but I'm not like. I still have to see God Forgive Me. I got to see Barbie.
Okay, you haven't seen Barbie yet? Okay.
I got to see what the fuss is about.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'll wait. Maybe I'll catch it on the streamer or something. I can't do it.
I got to see what the fuss is about, man. And I'm going with a young lady, who wants to see it.
Okay.
So it'll take the pain off
my wife would be lucky to be able to drag me to the movie theater, but I don't know.
Yeah, I got to see. So I'll probably see that before I'll see Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
If I'm being honest. But I do want to see Ninja Turtles.
It's actually pretty good. It's enjoying. It's very, very enjoyable. I enjoyed it. They did make some just some nerd picking at things. They made some changes to the origin with Splinter. But
oh really? Okay.
Kind of they did their own thing, which you may or may not like, depending how purist you are. But I'll leave that at that.
So we've also seen. I'm going to switch gears on you. We've also seen. I don't know if you have seen. Maybe you haven't. Some images from Twisted Metal.
Oh, let's talk about that. Twisted Metal. Yeah, I haven't seen nothing of that, but I heard that it might be actually really good.
Yeah, that's coming out on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
And there is a trailer. Yeah. I believe you can go check out. Anthony Mackie, I think, is producing this also. I'm a big Anthony Mackie fan. Okay. We're contemporaries, but he's way more successful. So I hesitate to call a man a contemporary. I just know I started acting around the same time.
Oh,
okay. So yeah, I'm interested in Twisted Metal. We haven't had too many successful video game to television show situations or movie situations.
True.
He comes off as someone who really cares about these things. So I am curious to see.
Man. I don't know.
And I believe Twisted Metal is available right now on Peacock.
Okay. The whole no, just the trailer, right?
Yeah. It looks like the entire season. I'm on IMDb Pro. Yeah, it looks like the entire season is available on Peacock.
Oh, well, I'll be damned. Okay. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Something to check out. And then we'll get back to it once we actually watch it and talk about it.
And I've auditioned for that a couple of times, and I definitely did not get any of those roles because I'm clearly not on the show. I would tell you.
It wasn't meant to be. It's all right. It wasn't meant to be. Well, we appreciate you here. There you go.
Yeah. I had to turn that down anyway in order to do the podcast.
I did watch The Witcher, and I watched
yes,
season 2, part 1 and part 2. I know it's not your thing. You checked out of that a long time ago.
Yeah, The Witcher always sounds like a derogatory racial term to me.
Well, that
it
definitely is not nice.
Yeah.
Definitely not nice.
Motherfucker calls you and say, if you fucking Witcher, you'd be like, yo, wait, hold on a second.
Hold up.
What did you say to me?
So my spoiler, I'll give us, and I won't spoil anything for you, for anybody who's watched it, but and anyway, if I tried to explain like the plot, there's a lot going on, like a lot of it's very Game of Thronesy now, like a lot of things going on, and I can't even, like, it's sometimes in comparison to a Secret Invasion, it kind of feels rushed to this. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Really?
I did like it, and it's definitely a more satisfying conclusion. Not so much for Henry Cavill, because this is his last time being being Geralt, and Liam Hemsworth is going to be taking over the role next season. And it was a weird send off for his character.
You said Liam Hemsworth is going to be taking over.
Liam, the brother, not Chris.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a weird way that they send off his portrayal of the character. I guess is by design, just by design of the season. The action's really cool. The fighting's very cool. The political thing with Ciri and she's this very powerful, doesn't know how to control her powers, and so it's a lot of moving parts and a lot of opportunity for you to get lost. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, but like lost in a good way?
Lost in a good way, because you're still interested in what's going on. Everybody's good. The acting's good. You know what I mean? I don't think it's better than. I don't think it's better than like House of the Dragon, but I mean, it's good for what it is. And I think the lore of the characters and it's a lot of it's very interesting. It's very different. It's the trope. The fantasy tropes are very different in their world. You know what I mean?
Is this one of the situations, because we got Twisted Metal coming? Is The Witcher one you need to have? I watched the
video game. You don't know the video game?
But I don't know the video game.
Well, there's novels too,
and I found the first season interesting just because. But I'm not familiar with
novels too. But it's cool if you know the video game. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's that guy. But if you don't, it's fine. And you don't need it. You know what I mean?
Because what is the one on Last of Us? I don't know the video game there either, and I still thought that was very good.
No, it's definitely not The Last of Us. The Witcher, as far as quality. But it's still, if you got a Netflix account and you're known to have something to watch and you like fantasy stuff, you might like The Witcher.
I had a Netflix account, but it kicked me off my aunt's Netflix because she has too many people on there, and some of them other nephews,
they need to give it up.
On there don't love her the way I do, and this shit makes me mad. I'm like, yo, I gave you a birthday gift. They didn't even say nothing. I'm in the group chat. I'm in the family group chats. I deserve to watch The Witcher. Pause.
There you go. You'll be all right. You'll be all right until you finally get around to watching it. It'll be fine. But I enjoyed it. It is very hard to follow sometimes the plot and remember that. Oh yeah, that country wants the girl for this reason, and that sorceress I remember from season 1, she's back now, and still things like that. It's kind of hard but you gotta like remind yourself, like, oh, what was that for a lady person from? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't like that sometimes. You know?
No, like I went back and watched season 1 a few months ago because I was like, I remember liking this, but why? Why did I like it? And I watched season 1. And even then, it was hard to like catch up on things, like because there was some history. Right. I was like, okay, but I enjoyed it by the end. But to wait for another season, like I'd have to go through. I think in season 2,
the whole season 2's up now. So if you want to binge it,
The whole
Yep.
season 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanted to?
Was there a movie?
No, there was a prequel, an animated prequel, which you may or may not want us to watch it. It's cool. I thought it was okay. It's not the great. It's kind of very depressing, but
Mhm.
it does set up Geralt as a child. It's animated though.
Okay.
And it's okay. It's very similar to like Castlevania. Have you seen the Castlevania animated? Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
Similar
really like
in,
this. They're
in
coming out with
color and
another
tone
season.
to that, and they're coming out with a new season, which looks really dope. I'm there.
Yeah, I think they're jumping forward in time on this one.
Yeah, it's the son of the two protagonists in the first season.
Yeah.
Which apparently he has
Nocturne. It's going to be Castlevania Nocturne.
Yep. And that trailer's out too. If you want to watch
I really like Castlevania as a series. The way it's animated and executed, I actually.
But I know something that's animated that really slaps that I really, really enjoyed, and I was like, man, this is so freaking well done. I was watching, I was like, man, if they could just pay this guy to do some Marvel stuff, but he probably wouldn't want to do it because he's like, why would I want to do Marvel if I can mess with my own things? Robert Kirkman, bro. I watched Invincible.
Okay, what did he do?
The Adam Eve one shot and show. That's on.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's on Prime right now.
It's on Prime right now, ladies and gentlemen. And wow, I mean, like everything was just like great. Like the whole, learn her backstory to the mother, and I don't want to spoil too much of it for everybody. This is your warning, okay? But it just the way it's done, and the acting and even even though it's animated, it was just well done,
I thought that was extremely well done.
Yeah.
I was very, very, very much intrigued with that special with the Adam Eve story. That was very well done. And we also got the trailer.
Oh,
for season 2 of Invincible.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Which I wasn't that impressed or intrigued by the trailer. The Adam Eve, it's only an hour long. So it's a little less than an hour long.
Right.
Very, very interesting. Dope character. I want them to do more. Like I was looking, I was like, oh, are they gonna do, Rexplode or
maybe.
I forgot the dude's name who turns into stone.
I forget too.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sure they're gonna delve more into Omni-Man's history in the next season. But I thought the Adam Eve episode was very, very good.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's real just Robert Kirkman, man. I mean, he just makes such good stuff. You know what I mean? Walking Dead is hit or miss, and I'm sure he's not behind every single season and every plot point as far as the TV show is concerned. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an adaptation. I don't know how much control he has in that.
I don't know either. I think he just sold it and it became his own thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, because there is a person who decided we should adopt this to television, and that person kind of got screwed. So I think he's still writing. At some point he was still writing the comics.
Oh yeah, definitely. He ended the Walking Dead comic on his own terms.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did recently.
Yeah.
Also,
he also did the story for Renfield.
Ah, yeah, he did Renfield too.
He didn't direct it, but he pitched the story. Yeah.
Well, what a talented guy, man.
Yeah,
I'd be like, when can we get you on? You know what I mean? Like, pull the money truck. They got if they can take all these L's with all these shows, they got the money truck for Robert Kirkman. Right?
Yeah, he's not doing bad.
No, I'm sure he probably doesn't need it. But I'm sure if Marvel blacked up the money truck and was like, hey, how about you do some X-Men for us, Robert Kirkman? Hey, that would be pretty interesting.
X-Men is such a delicate situation. I think he could do it well. I don't know if it would be as much. He's darker.
He is.
And I think for X-Men, I think it might fuck up X-Men, man, to be honest. I know we're not on the topic, but I think it's such a... there's such a letdown on some of these other characters, and there's no more Iron Man, and there's no more Captain America. That X-Men is so much banking on them that Disney's gonna want to like keep them PC.
Yeah.
We'll see with Deadpool. When Deadpool drops, we'll see what Deadpool does.
Or or DC could just bet the whole farm. Robert Kirkman, come here.
Come here, and write a very dark, Wonder Twins story.
Oh yeah.
We need a very dark. We need you to do Under the Red Hood,
or the Teen Titans or something. Are we kind of like? I mean, the Teen Titans TV show is kind of dark.
Yeah, that is kind of dark. Yeah,
Young Justice technically is a Teen Titans show, right?
Yeah, huh?
Young Justice is kind of like a Teen Titans show, but
yeah, and that definitely gets into some undertones.
Yeah,
so who knows what he's gonna do, what DC's gonna do, but
man,
yeah, I really liked Adam East. That was like one of my highlights of the last week. Like,
if you guys liked Invincible, and you need to watch the Adam Eve episode. It's just a one shot. It's definitely worth your time. Really well done, and just great storytelling, man. Yeah. So I think that's it, man. And Joey didn't even make the show, man. He must have really either not liked that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or
he's deep into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing right now. Joey's right now probably like practicing with nunchucks. Remember, one of the first viral videos ever was a dude on nunchucks, like doing the flip and hitting them. That's Joey right now, somewhere in an AMC theater.
Yeah, it's probably right. Did we talk about everything, Tarek, that we want to talk about today?
I believe we did. I will say this: it's not a fiction, but I did watch Oppenheimer, and the hype is well deserved.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get my man on and go watch Barbie this weekend. Fuck y'all talking about?
Just tell Barbie, let's go party. That's it. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on the live show here, Geek Culture Congress. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to the audio version of this podcast if you enjoy the audio version of it. Thank you so much for doubling and tripling our audio downloads there. Thank you so much for the support on there. If you're listening to this on the playback, we really appreciate you. I appreciate Music City Soul for chiming in. Thank you so much, sir. He enjoyed Oppenheimer as well. Just search for us, Geek Culture Congress Podcast, anywhere you listen to your audio podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. Okay. The YouTube channel is the home for the live show, Speedy's Multiverse. Tomorrow, is it tomorrow or Wednesday? I don't know. I gotta look. I think it's Wednesday, actually. Wednesday. I got back with Mikey Sutton. We did some recent spoilers for Marvel MCU stuff. It's on the channel right now. We'll check that out. If that's your thing. We'll do some DC on Wednesday. Mikey's got some tea to spill about the upcoming DC stuff that he got some inside info about. And that's your thing. Check that out there on the YouTube channel, Speedy's Multiverse. All right. Tarek, let everyone know on the audio version of the podcast how they can follow you, sir.
My name is Tarek, Tarik, on YouTube and also on Instagram.
Yes, sir. And of course, you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR, all the socials, and follow the show, Geek Culture Congress, on Instagram as well. Just look it up to get all Geek Culture Congress. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for checking in with us and hanging out with us here. We talk all this nerd stuff. And we will see you again next week, hopefully with everybody. Joe will be back, and everybody will be back as well. And I don't know what we're going to talk about. What's coming out this week? Well, we'll talk about
I'm definitely going to be able to talk about this Barbie movie.
There you go. There you go. We'll talk about something. We'll figure out something.
Futurama. I'll be caught up on Futurama.
Yeah.
And What We Do in the Shadows.
There you
go. You got to get some of these lighthearted things in here. What We Do in the Shadows is out. Futurama's back out. I'll be caught up on all those things.
All right, cool.
The new Insidious film will be out. Is out.
Yeah. Well, that's not lighthearted.
No. These people need this dark shit too.
Have a good one, everybody. Be safe. Peace.